Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about how waking up at 5 a.m. completely changed my life. So how did I even come to waking up at 5 a.m.? Well, at the start of this year, I started to go to my work at 6 a.m. So I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to eat breakfast and get ready for everything. And I tried to keep up the habit of waking up at 5 a.m. to keep it consistent, so that when I wake up to work, I don't feel bad anymore. And I must say, after some time, it really improved. And the second thing that caused this change was this book. It's the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. It completely transferred my off days from work. When I was waking up at 5 a.m., I was just usually watching videos and doing useless stuff in the morning. But this book nicely explains all the things that you should actually do in the morning. It basically tells a nice story about a woman and man getting to know each other and learning from their teacher that tells them all the benefits of waking up at 5 a.m. and how they can use all of this spare time to get ahead. So the most significant difference I've noticed is that I'm way more productive even through the whole day, not just in the morning. Because before I used to stay up till like 1 in the morning and just watch videos for those extra 3 hours that I could have just spent productively. And that book really changed my mind on the perspective that I had about the morning time. I was always told as a kid to wake up at 8 a.m. together with my parents so that we can make breakfast together and not make any noise before then. Because as a young kid, I used to wake up at 7 or 6 just from nature. But after all of those years of being told that, I got used to waking up at 8 a.m. But when I now switched to 5 a.m., it felt really natural to me, and the benefits are huge. So let's go over the benefits. So the first one, when you wake up at 5 a.m., nobody else does this. That means it's completely silent outside and inside. But you also have to do activities that don't make that much noise, because if you're living with someone, they're probably still sleeping. But the silence is one of the best things about it. For example, I go for morning runs on my off days at 5:30. And on these runs, I really notice that the whole village is just silent, and I can have a really pleasant experience just looking at nature and listening to podcasts. By the way, if you're searching for a podcast, I really recommend the Tim Ferriss Show. It's really educative and I learned a lot of things from it. And I've just listened to the first 100 episodes and there are like 500 of those. So I still have a long way to go. So with the silence, there's also the benefit that nobody is awake, which means that nobody is gonna bother you when you're doing your most productive work, on reading or actually working. Which means you get a lot of things done in the morning. Which I've noticed that at like 3 p.m. when I look back on the day, there's so much I've done just from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. that I just didn't do before. Because when I woke up at 8 a.m., I just watched videos and was unproductive till like 11. And now I have all the important things done till 10. And at 10 a.m. I can freely go to the gym and work out and be back home at 12. And then have the rest of the day for all the other things I want to do. So I suggest that you do all the work stuff in the morning, and the afternoon and evening are up to you. You can be sociable or just do fun things that you enjoy. For example, the last few hours of my day are always spent reading, because I really enjoy that and I feel like it kind of helps me to get asleep, because I don't want any screens near me for the last half an hour till hour of the day, and reading really helps with that, especially when reading fiction before bed. This is a trick I learned from Tim Ferriss, and he suggests that you should read fiction at least half an hour before bed, because it kind of turns off your logical segment in the brain and helps you to imagine things when dreaming. And then in the morning, you can get back into reading non-fiction stuff and actually learning things. So, now that I have convinced you to join the 5 a.m. club with me, let me go through the basic process of starting this routine. So, unsurprisingly, you need to wake up at 5 a.m. and it's probably gonna take you about 2 months to get to the point that waking up at 5 a.m. just feels natural. Robin Sharma actually described it in the book as a long-term effort to get a long-term benefit, which means that for only like 65 days, you're gonna do this and go through the terror of waking up at 5 a.m. And then after this time, you're going to get used to it and see all of the benefits in the long run. And I need to tell you that it is totally worth it. I started back in March and it's been awesome all along the journey. I need to warn you, the first 2 weeks are gonna be the worst time of your life. You're gonna feel tired the whole day, you're not going to get any energy, but at the end of those 2 weeks, you're certainly gonna feel better when waking up earlier. And it's gonna feel a lot more natural to go to sleep earlier too. So once you are totally decided that you're gonna going to implement this habit. In the book, he suggests that you use the first hour to wake up your body and your mind. The first 20 minutes are going to get used for some kind of an exercise, and that is to wake your body up and wake up the nervous system. Then the next 20 minutes are going to get used for some kind of a mind activity, which means you can journal, or you can just plan out the day, or even you can meditate, which I lean forwards to. And the last 20 minutes of that hour are going to get used to learn something new. For example, you can read books or look at some news. But please, during this first hour, don't look at any computer screens or screens on your smartphone. It's just gonna complicate the whole process when your brain is waking up. So I suggest that you just buy a normal alarm clock that you put next to your bed and put your phone in another room, as you don't want the habit of just reaching for your phone in the morning to be present. So this is basically the starting point, and from then on, you can edit this process to your own liking. Me, for example, I edited this process for myself, so I do some kind of an activity when I wake up, like for example a few minutes of push-ups, and then I meditate for 10 minutes, and after that, all of the time I have left in that first hour, I dedicate to reading, to learn something new each and every day. So at the night, when I don't have any time left for reading, I don't feel like I haven't done nothing. I must say, this habit has really made me ridiculously more productive than before. I have a lot more time for the things I actually want to do, and I hope that you will try this too and see the change that it makes to your life. And I think this habit will stick around for a long time in my life, and I hope in yours too once you try it. Okay, so this is gonna be it for today. Hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye bye.